first time here, talking to Takayo on this Monday afternoon. Mike McCarroll with you alongside the coach, Takayo Siddle. A lot to get to here today on this Veterans Day. And we'll start there. A special thank you to anybody who has served, is serving, or will be serving. And great to have anybody with us here today. Veterans with us, we thank you for your service. Military Appreciation Game and night on Friday night for UNCW. Coach, it was great to have so many people out there, veterans out there. David Buzzard, a two-time Purple Heart recipient, special guest. The athletics department, a great way to kind of kick off the weekend and heading into today's Veterans Day.
Yeah, thank you guys for all your service and happy Veterans Day. And it was certainly a special night for us on Friday. And we had a chance to honor all of our veterans, and if it weren't for them, we wouldn't be in the position that we are in. So we can never overlook that. That's very important to me and our program. But what a special night that was.
Yeah. So again, thank you, and again, we appreciate you guys being here today and joining us this afternoon. Our first Talking to Takayo of the year. We'll have plenty coming up next week. No show, as we'll be on the road heading to Kansas. So November 25th, the next show after today. And a lot to get to today here as we'll recap 3 games, the exhibition and the 2 regular season games with Mount Olive and Georgia Southern. Thrilling game on Friday against Georgia Southern. But Coach, let's begin at the beginning for you and constructing this team. And you're somebody, we talk often about this, you've really embraced the transfer portal, and really were excited when I talked to you during the time where you were putting these players and this team together. What is it about that really excites you? The challenge and the uniqueness of really creating a team these days.
Yeah, we it was a long process. You go through your season and week by week, month by month, you're evaluating your team and your program, and as you go through it for a few years, you see stuff that you like, you see stuff that you don't like, and we feel like we're in a pretty good place right now where we understand and we know exactly what we want out of our roster and what we want it to look like, how we want to play, and all of those things. And this offseason we were able to kind of handpick and put it together the way that we wanted it to be, and with having a better understanding of what that was, and we were able to attack it full on, and we feel like we put together a pretty good roster and a bunch of guys that care about winning and that are excited to be a part of UNCW.
With what you had left and what left, you had to replace a lot of points. So tell us about what you were looking for to get out of that transfer portal.
Yeah, well, the makeup of our roster, obviously people talk about our size, but we wanted to get guys that were the number 1 option on their previous institution, number 2 option, top 3 option on their previous school, previous team, and we were able to do that. We wanted to get guys who had produced already and that have some experience, and we were able to get a bunch of transfers that embodied all of those qualities. So we did that. We added a junior college transfer in that was the best player on his team and one of the best junior college players in the country, and Greedy Williams. Yep. And then we were able to add a really talented freshman from Charlotte and McCoy. So we feel like we put together a really good roster. Now the challenge is, just week by week trying to get a little bit better, trying to become a little bit closer with each other and growing our chemistry. So it's been going good so far.
And you look at the returning guys, you got a nice core that's returning, and early on it looks like some of those guys have elevated their games. Yeah. Obviously Donovan Newby and Kamari McGriff and even Noah Ross, really, when you look at some of the early numbers for them. So was it important to make sure those guys weren't overlooked as well?
Yeah, and people ask me about the transfers all the time, but I always go right back to our returners because they've been in the program for 3 years. They know exactly what our culture is and what I want it to look like. They know our standards, and this thing would not work if it weren't for them. They've all been thrusted into, and they've earned it. They've been thrusted into a leadership role And I wanted them to take ownership into our program and what they wanted it to look like, what they wanted our locker room culture to look like, what they wanted our playing culture to look like. And they this offseason, they took it and ran with it, and they're doing a really good job so far.
You know, it's one thing, okay, you're going to get all these players together. Now you've got to coach them, and you've got to get them to play on the same page. Has that become maybe the bigger challenge and the biggest challenge as not just a head coach but the coaching staff as well these days?
Yeah, I mean, that's a challenge, the on-the-court stuff you're talking about, the off-the-court stuff. But, you know, we always talk about it. I don't know if I'm necessarily a coach nowadays. It's more, you know, you're parenting and you know, trying to teach them how to act in certain situations. And it's become more of a psychiatrist now.
Yeah, you got to have that psychology degree if you're a head coach these days. But one advantage you had, a lot of teams as well, I think Georgia Southern as well, they had a foreign tour. You had a foreign tour to the Bahamas. You don't get a chance to do that every year, but certainly it fell at a good time. What'd you learn from your team during that time, and what'd you get out of a trip like that to the Bahamas?
It was a very important trip for us, and one that you know, we fought really hard to make happen, and thanks to our athletic director and a lot of our donors who made that happen for us. But you know, going over there, we wanted to really grow in our chemistry. What we could see on the floor is that we were extremely talented. You know, 10, 11 guys that could really play. So that was a plus. But we really went over there to try to grow in our chemistry, and by the end of that trip, you could see it really develop at a really rapid pace and at a good pace, in my opinion.
And again, you talk about the size, but the depth on this team as well. And we see it again, 2 games in, small sample size, but able to utilize that depth at different times when you're trying to press a little bit more. What are the other advantages that you're seeing here early with the depth and some talent with that depth that you have?
Yeah, it's still early, Mike. So some of that's to be determined, but you know, I can really see that our identity is shining a little bit more than it has in the previous years, because I'm able to keep fresh guys in, and they understand what they need to do to play. So that's been very important. But some of that stuff is to be determined, and I won't know it for quite a while.
Yeah, long way to go here, only 2 games in. But again, 2-0 start right now for UNCW. Wins against Mount Olive and Georgia Southern. Also the exhibition win as well. We're going to take a break here, our first break of the afternoon. When we get back, we'll talk about that exhibition game against Fayetteville State in Trask Coliseum, and we'll have more coming up. Again, we want to hear from you. Follow me at Radio Mike V on X, and you can send us questions. We'll also take some questions from the audience here today. Once again, we're talking with Takayo right here at Buffalo Wild Wings, Old Eastwood Road location.
Move over Friday. Buffalo Wild Wings is making Thursday the best day of the week. Every Thursday, enjoy buy one and get one free boneless wings with takeout or delivery from B-Dubs. Ready to score double the sauce for half the price? Buy one, get one of equal value free boneless wings on Thursday. Not valid with any other offers. Size exclusions may apply. Limit 1 while supplies last. Delivery and takeout available at participating Buffalo Wild Wings locations. Limited time offer. Delivery subject to availability. Fees may apply. Valid only for orders placed through the Buffalo Wild Wings app or website.
Oh, what a great camping trip for the Williams family.
It was epic, Zach.
And this week's MVP was their 2024 Ford Bronco SUV, Matt.
Absolutely. It hauled everything and everyone to this great spot by the lake.
And get them back in time for the big game.
Yeah, let's go! Let's go.
With the Ford Bronco or Bronco Sport SUV on your team, it's game on. For the latest offers, go to buyfordnow.com or see your Carolina Ford dealer today.
Hey, Seahawk fans, there's a new 7-Eleven in town. Now open at 4615 Market Street. Find all your favorites like Big Bite hot dogs, pizza, taquitos, Big Gulps, and Slurpees. Everything you need to get back on the go. Check out what's new with coffee from 7-Eleven. And be sure to grab one of our delicious fresh bakery items, like a cookie or muffin. Visit the new 7-Eleven, now open at 4615 Market Street. And download the 7 Rewards app to score free food and drinks.
All-Star Flags is the Cape Fear source for all of your flag-related needs with high-quality American-made flags and poles. We also specialize in custom flags and banners, including the championship banners hanging within Trask Coliseum. All-Star Flags offers full-service installation on flagpoles, both residential and commercial. Visit our showroom and browse through our selection of U.S., state, military, sports, and international flags. Or check us out online at allstarflags.com. All-Star Flags, quality in every star.
The wait is over. iFly Wilmington is here. Get ready to soar at our grand opening on November 30th. Feel the rush, defy gravity, and make memories for all ages. Great for families, parties, and corporate events. Book a 2-flight package for $74.95 today at iflywilmington.com. It's time to fly.
It's bow time. It's not just football season. It's tailgate season. And that includes every kind of football, whether it's got goalkeepers or goalposts.
The kick is good!
Because it doesn't matter where or how you tailgate. When you've got crispy chicken and fluffy buttermilk biscuits from Bojangles, your tailgate is better than great. It's legendary. Head to Bojangles and order your tailgate box with boldly seasoned chicken, fixins, biscuits, and legendary iced tea today. It's bow time.
Keith Altman with Alpha Mortgage. As a former Seahawk, I know the importance of teamwork. So whether you're here at Trask Coliseum or at beautiful Brooks Field, take comfort in knowing that my team has you covered. From downtown to the suburbs to the beach. Give Alpha Mortgage a call. And go Hawks!
Join O2 Fitness and save $15 per month with the UNCW Student Special. Your membership gives you access to all 4 locations in Wilmington, located on Independence Boulevard, Racine Drive, in Mayfair Town Center, and in Porter's Neck. Visit in club or go to o2fitnessclubs.com/UNCW. That's the letter O, the number 2, fitnessclubs with an S.com/UNCW, and a membership advisor will help you get started with your student rate.
Talking to Takayo here on this Monday afternoon. Mike Vaccaro with you alongside the coach, Takayo Siddle. Talking a little UNCW men's basketball. The season upon us, 2 games into the regular season. Coach, prior to the regular season, you had a closed-door scrimmage and then the one exhibition game that was against Fayetteville State. That game on October 30th. And, you go into a game like that, you play a game like that, exhibition for both these teams. Kids on that team probably figure they're Division I talent, trying to show that they belong with you guys. It was a good game.
Yeah.
Winning 77-71, but you don't often get tested like that in exhibition style. But I think that was a huge plus for this team. What was your takeaway?
Yeah, that was by design. They were a possession away from winning their conference tournament last year, and they have a really good program over there. And we knew that they had a very similar style to a couple teams in our league, and we knew that would be a tougher challenge than our regular season opener. So going into the game, we tried to prepare our guys for it. We knew it would be their Super Bowl. We knew we would get their best shot. But they were tough. The style of play was a little different than what we see every day in practice. We try to play a up-tempo pace, and they were very deliberate offensively and very team-oriented and gap-heavy on defense. And so they tried to slow the game down, but I thought we did a good job of, trying to dictate the pace. And we responded well to adversity. Everybody probably in Wilmington and who was interested in that game expected us to beat them pretty bad. But we knew as a coaching staff, we understand the process with a new team, so we knew it would be a dogfight. And, we got exactly out of it what we were trying to get out of it.
Well, and you go into this game, point guard Donovan Newby, he had a great offseason. Early foul trouble. So right away, you've had to make some adjustments in this game here. Did that change the flow offensively for you guys?
It did. Donovan does so much for us. He's a calming presence for us. He gets us into our offense. He ignites our fast break. He does so many things for us. He's an extension of me on the court. But it gave other guys opportunities, Greedy Williams and some of our other guards. It gave them opportunities to go in and get some in-game experience in the Trask atmosphere. We were able to get multiple guys in and out. I thought it was, I thought it ended up working out for us.
Not a great day shooting from the perimeter, but you get the ball inside and it worked out well, especially Kamari McGriff, 15 points, 13 rebounds. Had it been regular season, both those would have been records for him, personal records, and shot 7 of 13. I think early on, too, what we're seeing from McGriff, maybe in the past he wasn't the number one option in your offense. Now it seems like he's one of those higher up options, and he's a guy that can do a lot of things once he gets the basketball.
Yeah, we knew we had an advantage, trying to touch the paint. We knew we had an advantage, with our post guys, and we want to try to get the ball to those guys as much as we can when they have 2 feet in the paint. And McGriff has worked his tail off in the offseason to grow his game and put different layers on top of his game. And he did a really good job this offseason developing his touch around the rim and expanding his post moves. And he's really good at pushing the basketball in transition and making decisions. So his game has grown. We still harp on, hey, don't forget who you were last year. That's kind of made you who you are. That's your foundation. And so just piecing that all together and getting that in-game experience in his new role, I think, is only going to help our group.
And he's a rarity in college basketball. He's been here 4 years, redshirted his first season. How does that help in a guy like him in his development to where he is right now?
Yeah, I think it being around and us knowing him knowing us, I think it gives him a level of comfortability. It gives him a level of confidence to just be who he is. He knows my expectation. He knows how we operate around here, and I think that makes him comfortable. He's went through a lot of downtime, in his career, and he's trending up now. And being in a program for 3-4 years, it's only going to help him, and it's only going to help us.
We've talked early on so far about rebounding and how important that's going to be for this team, not just because of the size, but you've got to get the guards in the mix. Here it was a plus 19 on the glass. Do you have a goal set when you go into a game right now?
Yeah, well, we track every single day our crash percentage offensively, and we try to get around about 80% for all the guys that are going, and we try to get 40+% of our misses back. And that certainly helped us in that game where we rebounded, I want to say 63% of our misses in that game. So we've done something a little different this year. We're sending 4 guys to the glass. In the previous years, we only sent 3. So we put an emphasis on crashing the offensive glass, and we put an emphasis on rebounding as a whole.
Yeah, I think you're seeing that right now. Again, early on, it looks like I think Noah Ross is leading this team in rebounding right now. So the guards are hitting the glass. Again, the Seahawks in the exhibition game against Fayetteville State, 77-71 winners. As the Seahawks, again, get 34 points off the bench as well, 46 points in the paint, taking advantage of that size. And again, late in the game, there were moments where, okay, maybe you call a timeout, but you wanted to see something from your kids as well. Again, you talk about the adversity, but the luxury of an exhibition game to see, okay, what's this team made of as well?
Mike, when you have a new team and the non-conference, you would like to blow everybody out, but you're going to be in tight games. You're going to be in situational basketball, and all that did was prepare us for even the other night on Friday when we were in a dogfight. All the adversity that we faced in that game is only going to prepare us for the non-conference slate that we have and when we get in conference, because it's going to be possession games all the way through.
You've had leaders the last couple of years, not always vocal leaders, but it seems like maybe that trend has changed. You obviously see that with Newby being a vocal guy. And then Joshua Corbin, to me, was doing some different things, stepping up in these games.
Yeah, he's very vocal. He's very vocal, one of the most vocal guys that I've been around. And if you come in our practice like you always do, you can hear his voice. You can hear Donovan's voice. Noah has become a really good leader, not only by example, but he's very verbal. And then Nolan, he's done a really good job. It's oftentimes in the locker room when things aren't going the right way, he'll step in and he's so intelligent. Being the son of a coach, he gets it. And so all of those guys have really contributed in the leadership department, Kamari as well. And that's something that we needed from our older guys and from our returners.
And again, we saw some of that in that win against Fayetteville State, 77-71. We'll take a break. When we get back, we'll start talking about the regular season. Mount Olive was the first team on the docket for UNCW. We'll recap that game when we get back. Stay with us. We're talking to Takayo here on this Monday afternoon at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Wilmington has trusted Reed's Jewelers with their life's moments for more than 76 years. Come visit our brand new store in Independence Mall and shop the area's largest selection of diamonds, bridal jewelry, diamond fashion, Pandora, and much more. Wilmington has voted Reed's as the best jeweler for a reason. Quality jewelry, a friendly atmosphere, and personalized service are what sets us apart. Come visit us to celebrate all life's moments at Reed's Jewelers' beautiful new store at Independence Mall.
New Hanover County tax evaluation will be out early 2025. If you feel your tax value is too high, get an appraiser and broker to review it with you by contacting Tim at Kennedy's Real Estate Services at 910-799-1068 or online at kennedyres.com. Tim's not only a UNCW fan, but he's also your local appraiser and broker, here to assist you with your valuation and any brokerage needs within New Hanover County. Kennedy's Real Estate, here to help you soar, just like the Seahawks.
Dr. Christopher Branco of Oleander Chiropractic wants you to know that you don't have to be a UNCW athlete to be treated like one. Stop by Oleander Chiropractic on Oleander Drive in the Arboretum behind Port City, Java, and you'll get the best care in a safe, comfortable family atmosphere. Dr. Branco has 15 years experience and is the official chiropractic consultant of UNCW Athletics. Oleander Chiropractic is open Monday through Friday with morning and evening appointments available. Most insurance is accepted. For help, tips, and coupons, visit OleanderChiropractic.com.
Tis the season for Hardee's handcrafted goodness. Made from scratch buttermilk biscuits pulled fresh from the oven. The return of special traditions like salty sweet candied bacon. And faithful friends like Hardee's cinnamon raisin biscuits gathered near to us and served all day, all season long. From icing drizzled biscuits to savory charbroiled burgers, unwrap the holiday goodness of Hardee's. And now enjoy breakfast till noon. Available for a limited time at participating locations. Items may vary.
Brewster's Ice Cream is made in-store daily the old-fashioned way, serving over 24 premium flavors and artisan desserts, including crunchy handmade waffle cones, customized sundaes, candy-filled blast, and thick milkshakes. Custom order Brewster's ice cream cakes or pies with your favorite flavor. Brewster's gift cards make a great gift year-round. Taste the Brewster's difference at 4414 South 17th Street in Wilmington. If you can't make it to us, we'll come to you with DoorDash. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Brewster's Ice Cream Wilmington.
If you're looking for a center console boat with versatility, style, and value, check out Seaboard Boats at Marine Warehouse Center. Seaboard models ranging from 22-foot to 26-foot. The LX series is more than capable of shallow coastal runs, but also adds hardcore offshore fishing. Don't settle for less. Let Marine Warehouse set you up with a Seaboard boat that's powered with a Suzuki-powered outboard. Get yours before they're gone. Visit Marine Warehouse Center on Market Street or marinewarehousecenter.com.
Premier Pools and Spas of Wilmington specializes in gunite pools, fiberglass pools, and outdoor living, kitchens, and hardscape landscaping. Premier knows buying a pool is a big decision for your family. That's why Premier professionals emphasize clarity of communication throughout the process to ensure your peace of mind. From designing your ideal oasis right down to decking out with an array of customizable features, you can trust us to turn your vision into reality. Premier Pools and Spas serving Wilmington and the surrounding areas. Online at premierpoolsandspas.com.
Hi, I'm Joey Pollard, local owner of Window World right here in Wilmington. You may have seen me and my daughter Hannah on TV over the years. We're proud to be your local experts in exterior remodeling. Whether supplying storm protection or security, Window World still has you covered. Thank you, Wilmington, for all your support over the years. Window World, Wilmington's choice for 25 years and counting.
Talking to Takayo here at Buffalo Wild Wings Old Eastwood Road location. Mike Takayo with the coach, Takayo Siddle. Once again, no show next week. We'll be heading to Kansas. The show will return the following Monday, November 25th at noon. Hope you can join us for that. And also, we'll rebroadcast today's show on The Breeze at 7 o'clock tonight, 95.9 The Breeze. So, Coach, you get the exhibition game behind you. The regular season kicks off across the country on Monday the 4th. And for you, it's Mount Olive. And yes, you look at the offense, 143 points, a school record, 81 points in the first half, a school record as well for a half. But you guys were really efficient in this game with a 32 assist, assisting on 60% of the shots that you made. Was there an adjustment from the exhibition to this one?
No, not an adjustment. Just going back and getting to practice and trying to get a little bit better. Pointing out some things that we needed to work on and clean up. But I thought in that exhibition game, I thought we got great looks. They just didn't fall for us. So we just went back and showed the guys some clips and of us moving the basketball and keep fighting to try to find a team shot. We talk about that a lot, moving the ball, moving our body, getting from one thing to the next as quick as possible. And, I thought we did that in the Mount Olive game at a high rate. The shots start falling for us. And it was great for other guys to get their confidence up. And that's the main thing going forward, just making sure each and every game, each and every practice, we're just gaining a little bit more confidence, and you can definitely see that with the group right now.
Knocked in 15 threes in this game, and again, I go back to the assist because, okay, I've got a good shot, passing that up to get a great shot, and we saw that a lot in this game.
Yeah, that's something that we've been harping on since the summertime, and that's something that we have to keep on, making a point of emphasis for our guys. Is we have as you saw in this game, we had 8 guys in double figures. We have a team. The makeup of our group is we could have 4 or 5 guys in double figures, averaging double figures, and we can have some other guys 3 to 4 more guys right around 7, 8 points, and that's exactly how I want it to be. And like I always talk about, the strength in the unit, and we'll be as successful as the whole unit. I don't think we'll have a team this year where we'll have just 2 guys leading the scoring load. We're going to do it by committee.
One of those guys, Donovan Newby, stayed out of foul trouble, finished with 15 points and 7 assists in this game, which tied his career high. So, again, being on the floor, you saw what he can contribute to this team.
Yeah, he had a heck of an offseason. He got his body in great shape. He worked his tail off, building his confidence up by getting in the gym a lot, and it's certainly paying off for him right now.
Bo Montgomery leading scorer with 22, and we saw, and even in the Georgia Southern game, at times you had a 5 they're all transfers that were in there. What do you like about that group when they're able to play together and play well together?
Well, they're very talented, Mike. Our practices are pretty even when we're scoring things in practice, but they're very talented. I mean, it's very obvious to see that each and every one of them in their own way can really help and produce for this team. But I don't know. I'm trying to figure out different lineups, trying to mesh them in with some of the returners, and I don't know if I necessarily want to play them together all the time, but just mixing them in with our returners is something that we're going to continue to do throughout this non-conference.
You win by 52 points. One thing you weren't happy about was the defense here. There are a lot of possessions in this game, so there's going to be a lot of points for both these teams. But, what's the coaching points the next day, the next practice after a game like this?
I mean, we wanted to shower them with positivity. It's so huge now that I've learned that, Mike. It's so huge in this day and age is to make sure that you shower them with positivity and good energy. But, told them I was very proud of them. But the main thing is we need to focus in and get a little bit better each and every day. So our drive defense, which is very hard to do, which we talk about that a lot, and then our transition defense were some of the things that, were highlighted in that game. And we knew that going into it. We knew that they were going to try to get the ball out quick and throw it over the top and race it up the floor and shoot quick. but I thought it was really good for us, and we learned a lot of lessons in that game.
143-91, the win for UNCW against Mount Olive. Once again, a school record 143 points, school record 81 points in the first half. Record 8 in double figures in this game. So a big night offensively for UNCW as they start the season 1-0. We'll take a break, and when we get back, we'll talk about the matchup with Georgia Southern, the third game when you throw in that exhibition, and a third different type of game as well for UNCW. We'll break that one down next. Stay with us. Talking to Takayo rolls on here at Buffalo Wild Wings.
All right, let's go ahead and huddle up, wing lovers. You do know you can double your count for less on Wing Tuesdays at Buffalo Wild Wings, right? Well, here's what you do. Buy one order of traditional wings and get the second one for 50% off. No time to dine? Don't sweat it. Order for delivery and then wing it up with the crew at home. Or you can pick up Buffalo Wild Wings takeout when you're on the go. Limit one per order. Not valid with any other offers. Additional terms and conditions apply. Wing Tuesdays at Buffalo Wild Wings. Double your count for less. Buffalo Wild Wings, a proud supporter of Seahawk Athletics.
At Pawn USA, we buy, sell, trade, and loan money on almost anything. Buying? Come check out our amazing inventory at our 5 convenient locations. Selling? We can give you cash or a loan for your items on the spot. Find the Pawn USA nearest you in Wallace, Charlotte, Leland, and in Wilmington, and we'll work with you for an enjoyable and beneficial experience. Ask about our free layaway plan and check us out at pawnusa.net and on eBay. There's always a new find at Pawn USA.
Hampton Inn University and Hampton Inn Suites Landfall Park are proud UNCW Seahawks sponsors. Award-winning hotels providing rooms, suites, catering, and meeting rooms. Ask for the Seahawks special. Call 910-399-9006. That's 910-399-9006. HamptonInns.com and support the Seahawks.
Hey, Seahawk fans, there's a new 7-Eleven in town, now open at 4615 Market Street. Find all your favorites like Big Bite hot dogs, pizza, taquitos, Big Gulps, and Slurpees. Everything you need to get back on the go. Check out what's new with coffee from 7-Eleven, and be sure to grab one of our delicious fresh bakery items, like a cookie or muffin. Visit the new 7-Eleven, now open at 4615 Market Street, and download the 7 Rewards app to score free food and drinks.
Hi, I'm Joey Pollard, local owner of Window World right here in Wilmington. You may have seen me and my daughter Hannah on TV over the years. We're proud to be your local experts in exterior remodeling. Whether supplying storm protection or security, Window World still has you covered. Thank you, Wilmington, for all your support over the years. Window World, Wilmington's choice for 25 years and counting.
I'm Josh Barber for Capital Ford Lincoln of Wilmington. It's our desire to be Wilmington's premier source for all your automotive needs. Our knowledge, selection, and most importantly, customer service is second to none. Whether you're in the market for a new or used vehicle, need regularly scheduled maintenance, technical repair, or collision service, we invite you to experience the way we do business. So come see us at Capital Ford Lincoln of Wilmington on Oleander Drive and let us be your car dealer. Remember, if you buy anywhere else, you'll pay too much, and go Seahawks.
Preparing for the big game, athletes practice countless hours year-round. Then, it's game time, and their fans get to see the results, cheering on their team to a win. At Coastline Insurance, we're working hard behind the scenes, preparing for when you need us, because we want our customers to be our biggest fans. Let Coastline Insurance shop your coverage and find out why we say, when we shop, you win. Find us online at coastlineinsurance.com.
The wait is over. iFly Wilmington is here. Get ready to soar at our grand opening on November 30th. Feel the rush, defy gravity, and make memories for all ages. Great for families, parties, and corporate events. Book a 2-flight package for $74.95 today at iflywilmington.com. It's time to fly.
Join O2 Fitness and save $15 per month with the UNCW Student Special. Your membership gives you access to all 4 locations in Wilmington, located on Independence Boulevard, Racine Drive, in Mayfair Town Center, and in Porter's Neck. Visit in club or go to o2fitnessclubs.com/UNCW. That's the letter O, the number 2, fitnessclubs with an S.com/UNCW, and a membership advisor will help you get started with your student rate.
When it comes to industrial, hydraulic, hose, and marine supplies, FP Fensel Supply Company is a company you can trust. If we don't have what you need in stock, we'll get it. If you need help troubleshooting a problem, we'll do our best to solve it at competitive prices. We call it the Fensel Focus. Simply put, we know trust comes from a good experience, and we've been providing that to our customers from Wilmington to Jacksonville for 50 years. On the web at fenselsupply.com. That's FENSEL supply.com. Talking to Takayo here, talking UNCW men's basketball with the season underway. UNCW 2-0 to start this campaign. And that second win came against Georgia Southern this past Friday at Trask Coliseum. Before we get to the game, Joshua, a question from him, said with limited game film at the beginning of the year, how do you approach the game film and the opponents, especially here where they had one game, you had one game? Yes, you played them last year, but like you, a lot of turnovers. So how do you approach that early on?
That's a really good question. Just talking to guys, in the coaching world, a little bit about our next opponent, going back, studying the end of their season last year was very important. Just having a feel for their identity. Where they came from. So there was a second-year head coach in Georgia Southern, came from Alabama. So just looking at all of that and understanding that they wanted to be an up-tempo team. They wanted to set a lot of ball screens, and, they were going to be very gap-protected defensively. Just knowing their identity as we go into the game is the most important thing outside of us just trying to be the best at what we do, pour into our identity and try to impose our will, impose our style on our opponent. That's probably the most important thing outside of the other things that I talked about. So it's a challenge for sure.
You get into a game, any game, and as a coach, as a team, both teams, you got to see how the game's being called.
Yeah.
And you've got to make some adjustments. So this was going to be a game where there were going to be a lot of whistles, it seemed like, early on. How did that change maybe your approach moving forward once you realize that?
I thought early on in the first half, Mike, we had some really, really good looks where we could have blew the game wide open. They weren't falling for us, and we kept taking them. But later on in the half, we were in the bonus, and just told the guys, hey, turn down some of those and put your head down and try to get 2 feet in the paint, and then take whatever the game is giving you. And so we did that, and we were able to close the gap in the first half with some free throw attempts, some rim shots. And I thought that was one of the biggest differences in the game, is making that adjustment to turn down some of those threes later on in that half.
Yeah, free throws toward the end of the first half helped keep you in that game. You trailed by 37-34, continue to get to the free throw line. School records for makes and attempts with 45 makes, 59 attempts in this game. So that's a positive from a lot of whistles, but at the same time, a lot of stopping and starting as well. Does it make it difficult for everybody?
No, I thought it played into our hands. I thought we were able to really lock in and impose our will on them from a discipline standpoint. I thought that's what really won the game. They were getting frustrated, especially when we started making our little run towards the end of the half and then going into the second half. And in the later part of that game, I thought our discipline and our culture really kicked in, and I thought that was the difference.
Well, and part of that because your leader on the court, Donovan Newby, a career game with 33 points, 6 of 11 from the field, 2 of 7 from 3, but 19 of 21 from the free throw line. Played 34-plus minutes in this game. How good was he in this game to really kind of control and then at points take over the game?
Yeah, I thought that was one of the better single-game performances that I've seen in a while. That's up there for sure. His poise, man. We talk about his stats, but we're in the huddles. When I'm not talking, he's in there talking, and it's all positive. Hey, We're going to be fine. We just need to tighten these things up. Just stick with it. Our culture is going to kick in. Let's be more disciplined. Let's get some more stops. And that's him. And, I think, along with him and then some of the returners, they were all saying the same thing. And then everybody on the bench just making sure that their body language and their energy was in the right place was extremely important. But, Donovan's doing what veteran guards and upperclassmen should do. And I thought he played a really good game that night.
Great sidekick for him, if you will. Kamari McGriff, 21 points, 12 rebounds, first career double-double, 7 of 9 from the field, 7 of 10 from the free throw line. Again, for a guy who hasn't gotten there all that much in his career, early on, knock on wood, he's knocking them down, and he's going to have those opportunities, you would think, this year.
He is, because he's going to get more touches. He's going to be more aggressive. So what I told him is that he needed to double down on his free throw makes. We get our guys to make 100 a day. And I told him he needed to double down because he's going to be getting fouled a lot. But we talked about it as a staff, Mike. It's not surprising to us, to the guys that are in the gym at 6 a.m. every morning. They played really well that night. So their hard work is paying off for them.
And it was a game where the bench was there, but not as much as the starters. And you had to go with those starters. If that's the case, it seems like you're comfortable doing that, riding some of those guys.
Yeah, I'm comfortable with that because they've been in battles. They've won close games. They've been in a lot of wars here, and they make me extremely comfortable and confident in those moments. So I have no problem going to those guys. The guys coming off the bench, they were a little unlucky. They got in some early foul trouble, and when I'm talking about Bo Montgomery, and then Sean fouled out. Elijah got in early foul trouble. The big fella got in early foul trouble. So I felt confident in the group that we had in to go ahead and finish the game off.
Yeah, Joshua Corbin finishes with 12, had a huge three that helped seal it toward the end. And Noah Ross, 13 points, 8 rebounds for him, closed in on a double-double. So Ross, who's been in double figures in back-to-back games, and again, he's doing a great job from a guard position, really, as your leading rebounder right now.
Yeah, that's one of the best things that he does. He's really good on the offensive glass and chasing loose balls down. And he's a bigger, stronger guy, really physical to get defensive rebounds. He has a nose for tracking the basketball down, and we're going to need him to continue to do that.
92-84 the final score Friday night in Trask Coliseum. A great crowd as well, 5,000 plus, and so far exhibition, season opener, Georgia Southern. The student section has been electric this year.
Yeah, the student section, like no other. All right, I told them the other night they're one-on-one. They're the best in the country, and then the community. The community support that we get. It's packed out in there, and it certainly helps our guys, get going. And they definitely helped us win that game the other night.
Yeah, kudos to the marketing staff. The teal suit guy, killing it these days. He's cracking me up when I look at him. Do you see him at all when you're in that huddle, out of the corner of your eye at all?
No, I don't see him, but I can hear him. He's great, man. I'm glad that he decided to join the staff.
All right, so again, it's been great environments in Trask, leading to a couple of wins for UNCW, 2-0 on the young season before they head on the road for the first time this week. We'll take another break. When we get back, it's our Carolina Ford Dealers Player of the Week. Couple of choices here. We'll let you think about it and see who it might be this week. Back in just a moment, it's Talkin to Takayo right here at Buffalo Wild Wings' Old Eastwood Road location.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test, starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
Oh, what a great camping trip for the Williams family.
It was epic, Zach.
And this week's MVP was their 2024 Ford Bronco SUV, Matt.
Absolutely. It hauled everything and everyone to this great spot by the lake.
And get them back in time for the big game.
Yeah, let's go! Let's go.
With the Ford Bronco or Bronco Sport SUV on your team, it's game on. For the latest offers, go to buyfordnow.com or see your Carolina Ford dealer today.
New Hanover County tax evaluation will be out early 2025. If you feel your tax value is too high, get an appraiser and broker to review it with you by contacting Tim at Kennedy's Real Estate Services at 910-799-1068 or online at kennedyres.com. Tim's not only a UNCW fan, but he's also your local appraiser and broker, here to assist you with your valuation and any brokerage needs within New Hanover County. Kennedy's Real Estate, here to help you soar, just like the Seahawks.
Dr. Christopher Branco of Oleander Chiropractic wants you to know that you don't have to be a UNCW athlete to be treated like one. Stop by Oleander Chiropractic on Oleander Drive in the Arboretum behind Port City, Java, and you'll get the best care in a safe, comfortable family atmosphere. Dr. Branco has 15 years experience and is the official chiropractic consultant of UNCW Athletics. Oleander Chiropractic is open Monday through Friday with morning and evening appointments available. Most insurance is accepted. For help, tips, and coupons, visit oleanderchiropractic.com.
All-Star Flags is the Cape Fear source for all of your flag-related needs with high-quality American-made flags and poles. We also specialize in custom flags and banners, including the championship banners hanging within Trask Coliseum. All-Star Flags offers full-service installation on flagpoles, both residential and commercial. Visit our showroom and browse through our selection of U.S., state, military, sports, and international flags. Or check us out online at allstarflags.com. All-Star Flags, quality in every star.
Every morning in hardworking America, Hardee's biscuit makers rise to bake you Hardee's original made-from-scratch buttermilk biscuits. Famous since 1977 and still baked fresh every 15 minutes. It's not the easy way, but it's the only way to make Hardee's breakfast so good. Like our mix-and-match handcrafted breakfast biscuits. Select items now 2 for $5. Hardee's, goodness in the making. Tax not included. Price and participation may vary.
If you're looking for a flats boat, Marine Warehouse Center has it. Spider boats are the fastest growing, most affordable brand of flats boats on the market. Flats boats and skinny water fishing shouldn't be only available to those with deep pockets. Every Spider boat comes with a 10-year limited hull warranty. Marine Warehouse has Spider boats packed to the brim with features to accommodate everyone and powered with Yamaha outboards. Visit Marine Warehouse Center on Market Street or marinewarehousecenter.com.
Premier Pools and Spas of Wilmington specializes in gunite pools, fiberglass pools, and outdoor living, kitchens, and hardscape landscaping. Premier knows buying a pool is a big decision for your family. That's why Premier professionals emphasize clarity of communication throughout the process to ensure your peace of mind. From designing your ideal oasis right down to decking out with an array of customizable features, you can trust us to turn your vision into reality. Premier Pools and Spas, serving Wilmington and the surrounding areas. Online at premierpoolsandspas.com.
Wilmington has trusted Reed's Jewelers with their life's moments for more than 76 years. Come visit our brand new store in Independence Mall and shop the area's largest selection of diamonds, bridal jewelry, diamond fashion, Pandora, and much more. Wilmington has voted Reed's as the best jeweler for a reason. Quality jewelry, a friendly atmosphere, and personalized service are what sets us apart. Come visit us to celebrate all life's moments at Reed's Jewelers' beautiful new store at Independence Mall.
Brewster's ice cream is made in-store daily the old-fashioned way, serving over 24 premium flavors and artisan desserts, including crunchy handmade waffle cones, customized sundaes, candy-filled blast, and thick milkshakes. Custom order Brewster's ice cream cakes or pies with your favorite flavor. Brewster's gift cards make a great gift year-round. Taste the Brewster's difference at 4414 South 17th Street in Wilmington. If you can't make it to us, we'll come to you with DoorDash. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Brewster's Ice Cream Wilmington.
Back here at Buffalo Wild Wings, old Eastwood Road location. Mike Vaccaro back with the coach, Takayo Siddle, talking UNCW men's basketball. We'll preview the game coming up on Friday. First road game for UNCW, USC Upstate. First time opponent for the Seahawks. That'll be on Friday on the road in Spartanburg. Right now, our Carolina Ford Dealers Player of the Week. And a couple options I thought when breaking this down. But Donovan Newby, how about these numbers? 24 points a game, 4.5 assists, shot 62.5% from the field, and 92% from the free throw line, 23 of 25 from the free throw line, missed for the first time against Georgia Southern on Friday. So, again, we've talked a lot about him. What was his offseason like that gave him the confidence that he's the guy and gave you the confidence that he's the guy to be your point guard?
Yeah, he had a very similar offseason to Shaquem Phillips a year ago, where you could just, every morning you came in, he was in there. He was coming back at night. He was working out with a trainer. He was working on his body, getting himself in shape. You can tell after the season he wasn't happy with the season that he had, and he wanted it to be a different outcome. And he just went to work, Mike. I mean, that's just really all it boils down to. You can tell he got in the gym. He poured into his faith, and I think everything's working for him right now. The main thing for him is to understand that he's going to become a marked man, and so everything that he's doing, he's going to have to level up in it a little bit more, because it's not going to be as easy as it was the game before. And so he understands that, and he's pushing himself really hard in practice.
And he's a guy, as a graduate, I'm sure he had opportunities maybe to leave, but he decides to stick around. Third year in the program as well. So, again, you've got some not just returning guys, but guys 3 years, 4 years in this program. That says a lot about them and them just knowing everything about UNCW basketball.
Yeah, that's one thing that he told me when he decided to come here was, Coach, I'm here with you and to the end, and one of the most loyal guys that you'll meet, and his parents are tremendous people. His dad, his mom. He comes from a really good family, and they're loyal. They're bought into everything that we are all about, and they love UNCW. His mom lives in town. It's I couldn't ask for a better situation than being able to coach Donovan.
Yeah, really, from a playing standpoint, 67 games played, the most of anybody on this current roster for UNCW. So Donovan Newby, the point guard, great week for him. He's the Carolina Ford Dealers Player of the Week. Seahawks, memories are made with good friends off the beaten path. It's time to get into a built wild Ford Bronco, a Bronco sport. See your Carolina Ford dealer, proud partner of Seahawk Athletics. Let's talk about some of these other guys. And one that we haven't talked about, Jake Murphy, who you give a scholarship to in the offseason, played really well against Mount Olive. Unfortunately, tweaked an ankle. It was before Georgia Southern. What's his status? Because, boy, you look at him, and it seems like he can make a difference coming off the bench this season.
Yeah, we love Jake, and he earned that scholarship. I want to say that. When you talk about a guy that's, we call him OKGs, our kind of guys, he's our kind of guy, just about all the right things. He works his tail off. He's another guy that's in here every morning working on his game. So he earned that scholarship, and we wanted to reward him with all of his hard work and commitment to our program. But he practiced yesterday full speed, and he should be back and ready to roll and working his way back into the rotation for Friday. But Jake is one of our toughest guys. Almost to a fault. He's very competitive. He can really shoot the basketball, has a high basketball IQ. And like I said, on the other end, he's going to scrap and claw and, try to make up for a little bit of his lack of athleticism with his fight. But he is, I'm glad we have him. And like you said, he's definitely going to help us win a lot of basketball games.
Redshirted last year as well. He didn't know he was going to get that scholarship. But what is the advantage for somebody like him to be in the program for a year and kind of just see the landscape here at UNCW as opposed to Air Force where he came from?
Yeah, just being able to lock in. I think that year helped him refocus and just reorganize his process and what that looked like. He was probably working out in the weight room 6 times a week. He was on the court 6, sometimes 7 times a week. He was, a guy that was able to lock into his process, and he was able to learn from his mistakes being on the scout team, and we were holding him extremely accountable. And it was a lot of pluses that came out of his redshirt year, and he got himself ready to be able to produce and help us, in meaningful games.
Yeah, 15 points in that win against Mount Olive before the injury, so we look forward to seeing Jake Murphy back on the floor as well. We'll take our final break. When we get back, we'll focus on what's ahead for UNCW. A matchup with USC Upstate coming up on Friday on the road. We'll tell you about that next. Stay with us.
At Pawn USA, we buy, sell, trade, and loan money on almost anything. Buying? Come check out our amazing inventory at our 5 convenient locations. Selling? We can give you cash or a loan for your items on the spot. Find the Pawn USA nearest you in Wallace, Charlotte, Leland, and in Wilmington, and we'll work with you for an enjoyable and beneficial experience. Ask about our free layaway plan and check us out at pawnusa.net and on eBay. There's always a new find at Pawn USA.
I'm Josh Barber for Capital Ford Lincoln of Wilmington. It's our desire to be Wilmington's premier source for all your automotive needs. Our knowledge, selection, and most importantly, customer service is second to none. Whether you're in the market for a new or used vehicle, need regularly scheduled maintenance, technical repair, or collision service, we invite you to experience the way we do business. So come see us at Capital Ford Lincoln of Wilmington on Oleander Drive and let us be your car dealer. Remember, if you buy anywhere else, you'll pay too much, and go Seahawks.
Hampton Inn University and Hampton Inn Suites Landfall Park are proud UNCW Seahawks sponsors. Award-winning hotels providing rooms, suites, catering, and meeting rooms. Ask for the Seahawks special. Call 910-399-9006. That's 910-399-9006. HamptonInn.com and support the Seahawks.
Today we have two very special guests on our program, introducing Lem and Lime.
Hello.
For Starry Lemon Lime Soda.
Thanks for having us.
What is Starry Lemon Lime Soda?
It's a crisp, clear burst of lemon lime flavor, and it's caffeine-free.
Between us, one of you must be a little more important to Starry than the other. Who is it?
We're both important.
So we could just as easily be Starry Lime Lemon Soda.
No, that doesn't sound right. Oh, I like it. So you saying hip-hop could be hop-hip. Works for me.
Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Starry hits different.
It's bow time. It's not just football season. It's tailgate season. And that includes every kind of football, whether it's got goalkeepers or goalposts. The kick is good! Because it doesn't matter where or how you tailgate. When you've got crispy chicken and fluffy buttermilk biscuits from Bojangles, your tailgate is better than great. It's legendary. Head to Bojangles and order your tailgate box with boldly seasoned chicken, fixins, biscuits, and legendary iced tea today. It's bow time.
Keith Altman with Alpha Mortgage. As a former Seahawk, I know the importance of teamwork. So whether you're here at Trask Coliseum or at beautiful Brooks Field, take comfort in knowing that my team has you covered. From downtown to the suburbs to the beach. Give Alpha Mortgage a call. And go Hawks!
When it comes to industrial, hydraulic, hose, and marine supplies, FP Fensel Supply Company is a company you can trust. If we don't have what you need in stock, we'll get it. If you need help troubleshooting a problem, we'll do our best to solve it at competitive prices. We call it the Fensel Focus. Simply put, we know trust comes from a good experience, and we've been providing that to our customers from Wilmington to Jacksonville for 50 years. On the web at fenselsupply.com. That's FENSEL supply.com.
Preparing for the big game, athletes practice countless hours year-round. Then, it's game time, and their fans get to see the results, cheering on their team to a win. At Coastline Insurance, we're working hard behind the scenes, preparing for when you need us, because we want our customers to be our biggest fans. Let Coastline Insurance shop your coverage and find out why we say, when we shop, you win. Find us online at coastlineinsurance.com.
Back to wrap things up here on our first edition of Talkin' to Takayo here this Monday at Buffalo Wild Wings Old Eastwood Road. Again, our next show not until Monday, November 25th. Coach, Friday, you're at USC Upstate. That game 7 o'clock, 6:45 hour airtime on the Breeze, the Sunrise Radio app as well. A team that's 1-2 right now with one more game to come Wednesday at Wake Forest. Your thoughts on them? How much prep has gone into this matchup thus far?
Yeah, I think they're very similar to the last team we played in Georgia Southern, where they're going to try to get up and down the court at a high pace, and they have some really good guard play. So we're going to have our hands full with that. They've played some high-level opponents in NC State and Virginia Tech, and to start the game off, they were up 16-2 on Virginia Tech. So we're going to have our hands full. We haven't started prepping for them. We wanted to spend Sunday and Monday working on ourselves, and then the back end of the week getting ready for the game on Wednesday and Thursday. We'll start preparing for them. But like I told you, Mike, it's so important that we continue to pour into our identity.
All right, so again, UNCW first road test of the year happens on Friday at USC Upstate. First time these two teams meeting on the basketball court. Coach, we'll talk to you down there in Spartanburg.
Thank you, Mike.
That is Takayo Siddle. Mike McCarroll here. Thanks for joining us. Again, our next show not until Monday, November 25th, but our broadcast for the basketball team coming up Friday, 6:45, our airtime once again on the Breeze and the Sunrise Radio app. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you once again to all our veterans watching and listening here today.